Shalom. All praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. I'm starting Revelation 13. All right. And it says, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." All right. Now this is John, all right, on the island of Patmos. All right, seeing these visions. Now, Daniel spoke of this beast, all right, as well. All right, in Daniel 7. I already wrote everything down in here. All right. So, the beast that John is seeing rise out of the sea, all right, is this current system now. It's Esau, all right, NATO, EU, all right, which Esau spearheads. All right. Now, this is Daniel 7:2. It says, "Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night, and beheld the 4 winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea. And 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another." All right. "The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. And I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man. And a man's heart was given to it." All right, that's talking about the Assyrians rulership. Okay. "And behold another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it was God damn it, Salakia. And it was raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh." Okay, and that's talking about the Babylonians. All right. "After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given unto it." Now, this is talking about the Greeks. All right. Now, one of the ways you know this is talking about the Greeks. Okay. Now, Alexander the Greek had 4 generals, okay, that he gave his kingdom to after he passed. All right. Matter of fact, that's in I'm gonna come back to this. It's Maccabees. I think it's the 1st chapter. Right. So this is the leopard being described, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead in the first over Greece. All right. And this is who they call Alexander the Great. All right. "And he made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth." All right. That's because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was with him. All right. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right. So Alexander the Greek, which they call the Great. All right. It's not like he just picked up and decided to do this himself. The Most High was with him, because that's what prophecy called for at the time. All right. Daniel 4:17, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know, all right, that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." All right. The basis of men being who? Esau. He's the lowest nation amongst the nations. And that's what the Most High did. He set up over it the basis of men. using the Edomites. All right, this Edomite, Alexander the Greek in particular. All right, and went through this is verse 3, and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And you see Esau is in that same spirit now. All right, this is speaking to Alexander the Greek. All right, but it says that he went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations. That's Esau's whole come up. Stealing from the nations, defrauding the nations, deceiving the nations, murdering the nations, enslaving the nations financially. All that type of shit is what he's done and what he's continued to do unto this day. All right. It says, in so much that the earth was quiet before him. Now, if you remember that, Alexander, he slew the nations to the point they was quiet before him. That's what Esau did in modern day. And when he dropped that fat man and that little boy, the world was quiet. It was scared. So it's the same tactics, just savagery. It says, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. He got proud. He got proud, prideful. And nobody's more prideful than an Edomite. It says, and he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. All right, so this is the leopard, going back. This is the leopard that's being spoken of. All right, Alexander. Alexander the Greek. But going into it's like it. Oh no, Daniel. It's like it. After this, Daniel 7:6, after this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given unto it. Now, that's speaking on the men that reigned in his stead after his death. Speaking on Alexander. The 4 wings and the 4 heads. All right. First Maccabees 1:5. And after these things he fell sick, speaking on Alexander, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then he died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. All right, so after Alexander passed the kingdom, to these generals, evil increased on the earth. You know what I mean? Just like, whenever Esau gets a power, see, he doesn't know how to rule righteously. He can't. It's impossible. So, of course, when he's at the head of anything, evil is going to increase. But going back to Revelations 13. This is back in Daniel 7:7. This is in my notes. After this, I saw the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, it devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were the eyes like the eyes of men, and a mouth speaking great things, all right, blasphemies. All right, this is the Romans. All right, because even the power structure today is based off of the Roman power structure. America is nothing but Rome all over again, as we know. All right. Now when you go back, Shalakia. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. Now that beast rising up out of the sea that's being spoken of in Revelation. All right. It's a precept, 17 and 15. Revelation 17 and 15. And he said unto me, the waters. Now this is describing what's going on in 13. You know, the scriptures jump around. It says, and he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest were the whore, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right, because all these nations that America think they can lead with or in cahoots with, they're going to turn on them and shoot missiles on them. Because everybody is sick of this place. You know, you see Vladimir Putin, he just did a ban on the LGBT. These nations on the eastern part of the world are just trying to do everything. Not everything, but they're trying to do things contrary to America, especially that LGBT business. And you see they don't really put it in the media. You know, these nations are trying to rid themselves of the ways of America because they know it's evil, man. All right. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Now, the 7 heads and its 10 horns is a representation of what? NATO and the EU. All right. NATO and the EU is the beast system. All right. 7 heads being Spanish, French, Germania Major, Germania Minor, the Greeks, the Romans, the British. All right. This makes up NATO. All right. And the EU being the 10 horns. All right. It's all the beast system. All right. But America is, as it says in Revelation, let me get it, 17 and 11. And the beast, Revelation 17 and 11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7 and goeth into perdition. All right. Now this is even though, America, all right, Babylon isn't mentioned in, the list of NATO and EU countries. All right. America came out of Britain, making it the 8th. All right. It's the same people. So that 8th is America coming out of Britain, and the beast that was and is not, even is the 8th and is of the 7 and goeth into perdition. All right. Now this is 2nd Esdras 11 and 39. It says, "Are not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. This is Esau to the T. All right, this is how you know this is what, going back to, and I'm jumping around a lot, but going back to John on the island of Patmos. This is how you know what he's seeing, how it's being described. This fourth beast. This is all the shit America do. What was that, 40? And the fourth came and overcame all, second Esdras 11 and 40, pardon me. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, because they've been scared of Esau up until this point. Now the nations, let the weak say I'm strong. These nations got artillery too. They got bombs, guns, knives, choppers, helicopters, whatever you could think of to be a heathen and destroy and kill. They have it. So that's why everybody's, has a great fearfulness. Like I referenced it before, when you look at that Fat Man and Little Boy, the bombs that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that shook the whole world. Now myself, I'm too young to have experienced that in real time. But ask some of them older cats that whether it be an elder in the truth or some old nigga they remember. If you still got your grandparents, they remember. The whole world stopped. They shook because nobody had never seen anything like that. It says over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. Esau oppressed everybody. Esau oppressed his own damn people. He ain't even good to himself. Like the scripture said that. How can he be good to anyone? He ain't good to himself. The Edomites eat GMOs. The Edomites breathe in, the common folk, every day to day Edomite. They breathe in them chemtrails. If you saw the eclipse yesterday, they flooded the sky with chemtrails. I don't know what they think exactly they're preventing, but he's a wicked man. All right. It says, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. Esau. You are your father, the devil. He's a deceiver, man. All right. But continuing on, 2nd Esdras 11 and 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. This is Esau to the T. What other nation could this be describing? Who else could be this fourth beast? He's the only one who does this. He's the only one who's been given the power to do this on the earth. We can't do this shit. We can't do nothing to no other nations nowhere. But continuing on, therefore is thy 2nd Esdras 11 and 43. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up to the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. See, the Most High been watching. That's just like the Most High said, you thought I was one as yourself. I'm paraphrasing. Esau actually thought that he would never have to pay for his wickedness. This 11 and 44, 2nd Esdras 11 and 44. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. So the Most High is going to judge Esau. All right, this fourth beast that's being spoken of. All right. Now the scripture spoke of, it's a lot in this verse, but, and I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise out of the sea. All right, so we know that beast that's rising out of the sea is this power structure. Okay, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Now we know that that's NATO and the EU. All right, so the 7 heads and the 10 horns. The 7 heads being Spanish, French, Germanic Major, Germanic Minor, Greeks, Romans, and the British. Okay, then you got the 10 horns, which is the European Union, Belgium, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, UK, Australia, Denmark, Finland, Ireland. All right, and these places are what you call vassals, which are places who have their own government, but they give up the power to the system, the beast system. You know what I mean? So these are the modern day vassals of the Roman Empire. Although they have their own government, they relinquish power to the EU to make it the beast system. All right. And at the end of the verse, it says, upon his head, the name of great blasphemies. All right. And Esau has been blasphemous towards the Most High. You know. Yeah, Esau blasphemed against the Most High. Esau rules completely contrary to the laws of the Most High. Esau gained his power through deception, theft, murder, right? Especially deception. You know, when you look at the iconoclasm of the world, you know, all the saints are Edomites. Well, they've been depicted as Edomites. You know, the pork is a delicacy in this place. That's blasphemy. The LGBT running around. That's blasphemy. That's a straight, direct challenge to the Most High. Yeah, we know what you put in order, but you know what's up. It's what we doing. It's a challenge, man. All right, that will be met. All right, this is Revelation 20:7, and I just got it in my notes. That's why I jumped to the actual scripture. But it says, "And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison." All right, now this is the Renaissance period. All right, this goes into the deception of Esau. I was really focused on the iconoclasm. This is speaking on the Renaissance period after the Byzantine Empire. He who does the bidding of Satan is let loose, Esau. All right, and that was the beginning of his Renaissance. He came up and started lying and deceiving, man. He didn't do nothing righteous. He just took the images of Jake and painted his face over it, stole land, stole people, stole what they call culture, you know, stole everything. And shall go out, which are in the Gog and Magog together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. In the deception of Esau, see Gog and Magog is making the deception of Esau is different. Over there, they not really showing it over here though. You know, everybody talking about J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar or Diddy. You know, Puffy got caught up in a case. Like they just feeding you all this bread and circuses to try to distract you from the impending doom and demise of this country. This man is completely naked. He's been exposed. There's no, you know, you got these clowns that say all this business. It's no way that this can be anybody other than Esau.